Welcome, lads. It's coming to that time of the season. EA is going to be releasing Team of the Season cards. Yeah, I'm going to start with the BPL. There have been some really highlighted performing players coming in, players breaking into the first team. But without further ado, let's get started. In goalkeeping position, there was really only two players you could use. Not use, but who will be in this Team of the Season. David De Gea and Courtois. Now, De Gea is going to leave at the end of the season. Single-handedly, they are the reason the Man United are in the top four. And Courtois has just been absolutely solid. You know, he's replaced a legend. I mean, Czech could probably walk on to most teams around the world besides maybe Bayern Munich and start. And he just comes in and it's just like, change the guard. Czech had to do it when he changed over the guard in 2004. And De Gea, what can you say about him? I mean, came into the league, he was weak. People really didn't like him. I mean, they were calling for replacing him, and now he's the best goalie in the Premier League, really. Anyways, let's go on to the defenders. Now, there are a lot of fast defenders, young defenders, and English defenders as well. We got Klein, Southampton. I mean, this guy will probably leave Southampton in the summer. I mean, look at that card, though. That high pace, absolutely out of this world, lads. Moving on to John Terry. Oh my God. He just continuously is in the Team of the Year. I mean, he was in it last year. He's just so good. His card is shit in 46 pace. It's awful. I used this card last year. I really wanted to like it, but it's just, you just can't have a card that's 46 pace. But anyway, in real life, he's an absolute beast, and he doesn't play for England anymore, and it's a real shame. Because you see around the world, old defenders, mature, who's the best defender in the country? John Terry. And he ain't playing for England. And then, next defender, Shawcross. Another person that the only reason he doesn't play for England is because he plays for Stoke City. He's by far better than Chris Smalling and all these other, Theo Jagielka. Piss off. And the last two defenders were with solid performers. I mean, some Sky Sports analyst, I think Gary Neville, called Dave Azpilicueta the best defender in the league. Doesn't make a mistake, always there. I mean, he used to be a right back, changed to left back, and he's just amazing. Felipe Luis was one of the best left backs in the world last season. Comes over to Chelsea, he ain't getting a game, the odd game in the League Cup or something like that. And then Coleman is the last mid-defender. Now, on to the midfielders, and I really had some fun doing this because there were just some amazing midfielders. Hazard, which you could say is more of an attacker, but I went with his left mid card, 93 rated. Fabregas comes into the BPL. Yeah, he is kind of discarded from Barcelona, but Barcelona are one of the best teams in the world, still just amazing. Matic, no, he was just amazing last season. I was only there half a season. He just continues. He just is such a rock in that Chelsea midfield. That, he's one of the reasons Chelsea are going to win the title. Coutinho, really Liverpool's standout performer. That's little 87 card. High pace, good enough shooting. Eriksen. Tottenham bought all these players when they sold Bale a couple of years ago. And Eriksen was really the more expensive one, along with Lamella. And Eriksen really this season, scoring free kicks for days, getting man of the match cards, and Santi Cazorla, Arsenal really have had a good season. They could easily finish second. There's even people saying they might finish first. If Chelsea slip up, they reckon Arsenal are the ones who are going to catch them. Just some really good players right there. And the thing is, with these other midfielders we're looking at now, Sigurdsson, 83 rated, really played well for Swansea. Swansea are just a good mid-table, kind of Stoke Premier League team. And then Sanchez, what can you say about him? He just tore it up. He's got mad informs, just Arsenal's best player, and David Silva. He's got so many informs, plays so well. Man City have been all over the place. But Man City are a funny team. They really kind of need all their players on the pitch. So if they don't have one of them, things don't really go well. And definitely if they don't have Yaya Toure. Now, I don't have Yaya Toure in here because I don't really think he's played that well. He wasn't playing the African Cup. He was off in the African Cup of Nations, so he wasn't really playing. So I can go with Silva. Now, moving on to the attackers. We only have 4 of them, and they're 4 amazing players. Starting out with Sergio Aguero. Lots of goals in the league. Carrying City to second, probably. I mean, people saying they're going to finish out of the top 4, they're nuts. City will right the ship. They got all their players back. Diego Costa comes in, really top of his game. Atletico Madrid, Chelsea buy him up, scoring goals. I mean, he's a right little baby, and he's a right little, like, frankly, he's just an arsehole. But he scores goals. Kind of a different player than Aguero. I mean, I'd rather have Aguero in my team. Definitely FIFA-wise. Like, the speed, the great shooting. But Costa's got that great physical. You know, looking at that card, it'll be a really fun card to use. Last 2 strikers, Harry Kane. Wow. This guy is on cloud fucking 9 right now. He was like a 64. He's now going to get his Team of the Season card, should be in the 80s. Like, wow, he's, you know, there's nothing really flashy about him. He's a typical English, as they've been calling him, he's like Alan Shearer. There was nothing flashy about Alan Shearer. Everything he did was done properly. He scores. He puts his foot through the ball. He gets stuck in. You know, he ain't going to be doing roulettes, but, you know, he's going to be there at the right time. He's got 29 goals this season. Oh, my days. And the last player, who really, I don't really know why he's not getting as much recognition. Like, he's scoring a lot of goals for QPR. And QPR, awful. Like, absolutely crap. And they really should, like, he's probably going to leave them. And, like, honestly, Liverpool could really use him. Like, but always getting kind of linked to, like, West Ham and, like, kind of mid-table teams like that. And it's kind of funny that, you know, you don't play for a big enough club in that country. You know, you kind of looked over, and it's kind of a fundamental problem, frankly. Anyways, those are my players who I reckon will be in Team of the Season. What are your predictions? Drop a comment, tweet me at AFN92 who you think will be in this Team of the Season. Anyways, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.